Welcome to the Biscuits and Blurays podcast, where we watch Blu-rays and the biscuit does look like a Pokemon. Pika Pika. That's a good line from the movie we just saw.
It's from the film we just saw.
I'm your host, James. This is also host Jade.
Did you forget who you was then?
No.
I'm host James.
W host. W fun. Good times. We are on Sonic duty.
We are indeed.
Clocking in, boss. Sonic 3.
Yes.
Is out in cinemas now. Go see it, guys.
It is, guys. If you're going to go see it either super early or super late.
Oh, yeah, quick thing. Your one-word thing about cinema etiquette?
Shut the fuck up.
Right, okay, good. Luckily, we have seen this one twice.
Yeah, so we saw this way back in December when it first came out. Did we see it opening night?
I think we did. I think my hype for it was that real.
It really was that real.
Because you hadn't seen any of them by this point.
No.
And you hadn't even seen Knuckles.
I hadn't.
So,
but I had heard a lot of the music from the TV show.
Because I kept playing it.
You did indeed.
And so you went in sort of blind. Were you aware of what Sonic is?
I knew of the characters. I knew little bits and pieces, but that was it.
Okay. So you went in at the deep end.
So
basically.
more or less blind, yeah.
Yeah. But now you've had the benefit of seeing 1, 2, a little bit of Knuckles, and 3.
All in very close succession, so this made a lot more sense going in this time around.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a film I could easily pick up without really knowing the ins and outs of it.
Did you manage to pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Quick thing, the director of this movie, Mr. Chef Fowler.
Yes?
Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff. He used to be a video game animator person.
Oh, okay.
And he worked on Shadow the Hedgehog.
Aww, that's so cute.
It seems...
Hold on, sir.
It seems only fair that he's come around full circle on this.
Indeed.
Do you like this movie?
I do like this movie. It's batshit crazy.
Uh-huh.
But I prefer this over the other two by a country mile.
I am in the camp where I think, okay, the first one exists, the second one exists, and then it's just the gap between this and the other two movies is so vast in terms of quality.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think this feels more like a video game film.
Well, it is.
Do you know what I mean? It feels more like it. I felt the first one was, again, trying to base in a little bit of an origin story. Human characters, fuck off. Mm-hmm. Second one is, again, it's trying to move it up a little bit more, bring in some more characters. This one, it's just like, you know what? Let's just chuck a great deal at you. Mm-hmm. Let's go for it. And it rocks.
Now, there is a fan base for Sonic, so we need to tread carefully.
We do indeed.
This one is based very loosely on, Shadow the Hedgehog video game.
Yeah.
And also Sonic Adventure 2. Mm-hmm. We are not Sonic gamers.
No, so we are sorry for anything we say that is not law.
Yes.
But we can't know everything, guys, and we are sorry.
But we have done and by we, I mean me.
Yeah.
Have done a little bit, so I'm going to really claw my way through it as best I can. If I make mistakes, I'm only human after all. So, as a jumping off point, this film is essentially the Pokemon movie, right?
How?
Mewtwo, the villain of the movie, is kept in stasis and then he escapes. And then...
I don't remember Mewtwo being friends with a little girl.
Whoa. And then, anyway, he goes on an emotional journey and becomes good in the end.
Excellent.
Shadow the Hedgehog is in cryosleep for 50 years, and then he escapes and he's the villain. And then he goes on an emotional journey and he's a good guy by the end. The Pokemon movie.
Loosely, but okay. I'll let you have it. I'll let you take it.
We do get the returning characters. Of course, Sonic is back. Thank God.
Of course. You can't have a Sonic movie without Sonic.
That's true. Knuckles has had a TV show by this point.
For no reason.
For some reason. He has growth in that.
Yeah, but I don't know why it was created.
No one does.
No one does. But do you know what? I'm glad it exists.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about Knuckles a little bit, because when we watched it this time around, everything that Knuckles said you laughed at.
Oh, I think some of his lines are funny. I liked I dishonored my marshmallow.
When he's burning his...
Yeah.
Yeah. You were laughing for about 5 minutes at that one line.
I just like the way just so deadpan he says things. It's great.
Tails is back.
Uh-huh.
Good times.
Yeah.
That's Team Sonic.
It is.
Do you not like Tails?
He's not the exciting one out of the bunch, is he really?
He's the gadget guy.
He's the gadget guy. The gadget guy's always a bit boring, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess. Do you like them working together?
Yeah, I think that they work together as a nice, cheeky little team. Sonic still has to keep his ego in check a little bit, because he's a teen.
Is he
He's
still
silly.
a teen at this point, or is he fully fledged?
Teen, young adult.
Okay, good.
He's reading Twilight now.
What, he is?
Yes, he must be.
Oh my gosh. So in the next one, he'll be reading 50 Shades.
100%.
Great. Ben Schwartz, please stop just reading 50 Shades. James Martin's back and playing the dad role. Bit less so this time.
Yeah, he has a couple of little monologues that he has with Sonic, which are quite cute.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice. It doesn't really have a lot to do. This is a paycheck for him.
He's playing the Uncle Ben in this one.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get an Uncle Ben, though, does he? We all know what happens to Uncle Ben.
Yes. Of all the Sonic movies, though, this is the one with the highest kill count.
It is, yeah.
Now, because it's based on the game, Sonic Adventure 2, it does take some liberties.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a bit of research on this. Shadow the Hedgehog has a friendship with Maria.
Yes.
Maria is a girl, and in the game, she's straight up shot.
Okay.
She is shot and killed.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is for children?
Yeah, too right. It's fine. In this one, you can't shoot children in kids' movies.
No, she's caught in an accident.
She's killed by accident.
Yeah.
So let's talk Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
As villains go, sexy. Isn't he?
He's got the more up-to-date trainers than Sonic.
He's got Heelys on.
He's got his Heelys on. I love how when he moves. I love how he kind of wheels from side to side.
Yeah.
It's sexy.
17.
It's fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Do you like his look?
Yeah, I do. He's the Rufio of the Sonic world.
Rufio. Do you like his voice?
Yes.
That's Mr. Reeves, Mr. Keanu Reeves.
Did you forget how to say the word Keanu?
Well, I didn't know whether to say it in a funny way or not. Mr. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Now, I want to bat an idea with you.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Before we knew Keanu Reeves was going to be Shadow,
Yeah.
there was a lot of talk online that the voice actor who was going to play Shadow the Hedgehog would be Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen.
Okay. I don't hate that.
I don't hate that, and I kind of wanted that.
But if he did, then he wouldn't have been able to have had the high ground.
I mean, yes. But obviously we've got to get Keanu Reeves, because why not? I think he does a great job.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, if they had have got Mr. Hayden to do it, he'd have done, I think, just as good a job, really.
Mm-hmm.
I like them both.
But we've come full circle, because Sonic is a fan of speed.
Mm-hmm.
Keanu is Shadow. Good times.
We love that.
All good. He did a lot of research, apparently, on Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, I just love Keanu. He's such a sweetheart.
Let me tell you for a fact, I think it's nice when people do that anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm playing a character in a movie. I do a little bit of research.
Yeah, even if it's just an animated character that I'm voicing, you know what? I'm going to do the fucking work.
Yes.
And I love that.
And it looks like he had a great time in the recording booth. I mean, it doesn't sound like it, because he's like broody, angst.
Uh-huh.
Sad.
He's already reading Twilight.
he's finished it. He's on the... What's the spin-off one called? They did a new one recently, didn't they?
There's always different young adult books appearing.
I would imagine...
He's reading The Hunger Games now.
I would imagine that Shadow would be more a Hunger Games fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. I mean, not good. Oh, kind of good.
Don't lie, you like those movies.
I do like those movies. Little side thing, we watched those in like next to the Oscars.
While the Oscars was on.
Yeah, we watched...
It was buffering, wasn't it, while they were having breaks?
Yeah, and we watched all 4 Hunger Games movies.
What a time.
Good times, good movies. And then sequel. So, everyone is back. Mr. Carey is back.
Uh-huh.
Now, just how have you enjoyed Jim Carrey in Sonic 1 or Sonic 2?
He knows exactly what he's doing,
okay.
And he's just loving it so much. And his problem is if he ends up falling into the reins of overacting.
Okay.
Where he's reining in just that little bit. This one, they went, you just do whatever the fuck you want, Jim.
Yeah.
You just do whatever you want.
And do it twice.
Oh. And I think maybe that's why this works so well, because I think this won't be to everyone's taste, by the way.
Oh, no.
But I think that him acting off of himself,
mm-hmm.
it just gives him endless possibilities of ways it can be. It can be silly and he can really enjoy the role.
I like that it's never explained what happened to Robotnik.
No.
But he shouldn't have survived that last one.
No.
But he's just around.
He's just around in his crab.
And he's a big
with
boy.
With his best boy.
Yeah, and he's watching Spanish soap operas and just chilling out.
Just living his best life. One of the best lines, I think, in this is when...
I know what line it is. Let me see if I can find it.
Let's see if you can guess it.
It's I don't know what the line is verbatim, but I think it's the one where it's like, oh, I'm having tacos and rubbing my big fat belly.
No, that was what you laughed at.
Okay.
It was when he says to his grandpa,
Yes.
where he goes, oh, and who did what with who?
I think the Jim...
Because I'm also interested. How did that even happen?
The Jim Carrey isms are coming through slightly, though.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a problem. I think it's not far off... Because he's playing Gerald Robotnik and Ivo Robotnik.
Yeah.
Okay, the Robotnik we know is Ivo.
Yeah.
Gerald Robotnik is very Grinch Scrooge-esque.
Yeah.
From the movies we saw. I forget which ones they're called.
In which he plays Scrooge on the Grinch.
He could play... yeah, he could play one of those two characters, yeah. I love it. I love it.
Anything he did, especially the first time we watched this, you were just pissing yourself laughing.
It's not a bad film to start with. And at no point are you ever going, oh, I wish Robotnik was in this. Mm-hmm. However, when Robotnik does show up in this, it's dialed to 11.
Yeah.
I loved it. The first time we watched this in particular, I couldn't stop laughing.
No.
/ smiling. And I think a little bit Big P came out.
It looked like it did. And it smelt it.
Great.
Filth.
Oh! I need to drink my water. Agent Stone's back as well. You still want them to kiss?
Oh, I really do. And I'm not going to lie, Agent Stone. He is just not worth your time.
He's really not, is he?
No, you deserve better.
That's a good part, Agent Stone, I think.
Yeah.
Because I do feel that Agent Stone is a bit sidelined in this.
Yeah, he's a cheeky little sidekick character. Mm-hmm. He's a bit pathetic.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love him.
Let's go back to Shadow, though.
Uh-huh.
It's a Shadow movie.
Yeah, this is what people were here to see. This
is exactly what I was here to see.
I think from a lot of what I've been reading online and things like that, people were ready for Shadow.
Yeah. But he was teased in the last one.
And also, I think they find him sexy. I think that is universal.
I think his design is so fucking cool. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
The rings on his...
and his gloves, yeah.
And his shoes. As soon as his shoes rocked up, I was like, yeah, good times. Can't wait. A lot of this is shot for shot with the video games. So there is a scene where Sonic is dropped off in Tokyo and they're in the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then that line was like, oh, no flights are in...
No in-flight TV, movie, whatever.
Yeah, this is like, oh, budget flights, whoa. That's my Sonic impression.
Sounds just like him.
Good, thank you. Been working on it. That's in the game. There's a shot where Sonic he falls to the ground after fighting Shadow, and Shadow stood behind him. That's out of the game. And there's one later on. Oh, the fight scene where Shadow gets out.
Okay.
Is essentially shot for shot.
Okay.
So there's love in this.
I like that.
I like that. Again, we've strayed quite far from the source material, but we've kept what keeps it.
Kept the core of what it is.
And not only that, we've kept the cool.
Yes.
So
this is the coolest out of all of them. Even with this, there's still some stupidness in this.
I'd argue there's more stupidness.
There is stupidness in this.
Let's talk about the movie. Mm-hmm. Good times. What's going on?
Okay, so it sets off again. These all are in succession, aren't they? Quite well. I don't feel like there's a massive time jump between them, but they could be.
Yeah.
Sonic's having the best time with his little family, celebrating his Earth Day.
His Earth Day,
which is so cute.
It's not his birthday. It's the day he arrived on Earth.
Exactly. But meanwhile, Storm Shadow has gotten out and Gunn arrive, breaking up their little party, and they're like, you gotta come with us to help contain this issue that's going on in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm. It's action-packed.
Yes. It's straight from the beginning as well.
Yeah. Well, because we get the sequence with Shadow getting out.
Yeah.
And the story with Maria is hinted at throughout.
Yeah, even from the very beginning, you get the idea that something's happened involving a child, and that's why Shadow is the way he is. I
knew going in that Maria was going to die. Mm-hmm. And in the trailers, they were like, oh, they're going to hint at it a bit.
Yeah.
But I was worried they were just going to straight up kill her.
Yeah.
Luckily, it plays out a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah, we get a little montage, and it's quite cute when we see their relationship developing a little bit.
It feels very Stranger Things.
Yes, it does. I think it's a time period as well.
Because it's 50 years ago, so what's that? The 70s. Right?
Yeah.
50 years ago was the 70s. Oh my god. We still get a lot of 90s stuff in here, though.
You're old.
Oh, I wasn't around in the 70s, though.
You're still old, though.
Yeah, I know. Hey, for 50 years old, Shadow's looking well.
He really is. He doesn't look like his age a day.
Do you often forget watching these movies that these are technically aliens?
Yes.
Yeah, I forget that.
I feel like that they've just always existed there.
Yeah.
And no one seems to batter an eyelid that they're there either.
There's a new character who is the commander of Gun, Kristen Ritter. The lady from...
Commander Rockwell.
Kristen Ritter, who is in Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Jessica Jones.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's alright, I've not seen either of those.
Oh, okay. You should watch Breaking Bad, it's really good. And she refers to them as aliens. I think there's a lot of that in this, because later on with Shadow, where he's watching an alien movie, like Attack of the Aliens, he's like, oh, technically I'm an alien.
That's me, I'm a freak, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot... Shadow is essentially Sonic, but on a different timeline.
Yeah.
So his story is similar to that of Sonic's. However, it's not quite panned out the same way.
No, so he gets to the planet first. He's studied, and while he has this friendship, everything gets taken away from him.
Yeah. And essentially that does play out to happen for Sonic. Obviously it goes a little bit better for him.
Yeah.
But essentially, Shadow is the creature that Sonic can become if he makes naughty choices.
If he maybe makes bad choices, if he picks chaos.
Chaos energy is a thing.
I have it.
I've seen you. I've seen you with it. I've seen you drop pizza. I've seen you fall. You fell over trying to get paper out of a printer once.
Shut up. Oh, no.
And I saw that.
Guys, I fell out my shoes just as James came through the front door of my work.
Yeah, and you were there. It was just us two in the office at this point, and you full on grabbed the tray, tried to pull it, and let go and fell backwards. And honestly, my timing's never been better to see something.
Shut up.
I'm just saying. I really want that CCTV footage.
Oh, I know it exists as well. That sucks.
What was the point we were making?
Chaos energy.
Chaos energy, yeah. Shadow is being experimented on because of this energy he has.
Yes, because it's powerful.
It's very, very powerful. Maybe some would argue too powerful.
Too powerful for our tiny little fragile Earth.
Yeah. So they go, but he's too valuable to
just kill him.
Yeah. So that's why they keep him
in stasis as long as they do.
Yeah.
They don't really know what to do with him.
I have a question.
Yes.
And this is for most movies.
Okay.
When characters are held in these like tanks of water. Sometimes they have masks. A lot of the times they don't.
Yeah.
Shadow in this is held in like a vat of liquid.
Yeah.
And he's fine.
Uh-huh.
Is he just breathing that?
Clearly, yeah.
What?
But sometimes he's asleep in the liquid, and sometimes he's not as well.
Yeah, but I'd argue that even
I don't think I'd be very happy awake in it either.
Does he have gills?
Yes. I've got no idea.
I just think we shouldn't gloss over it. Yes, it looks cool, but also...
Why?
You shouldn't be breathing water, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, no, hedgehogs are not really known for their swimming capabilities.
They can barely cross the road.
King of the road.
Yeah.
Oh, those adverts are coming back.
Who's cooler, the cross-country hedgehogs or Sonic and Shadow?
Cross-country hedgehogs,
yeah,
because they are safe, guys.
Dropping bangers left, right and centre.
Oh, yeah. They will keep you safe from oncoming traffic, guys.
Oh, God. Always look left and right and left again.
Yes. Just in case.
Just in case.
Safety's sexy, guys.
Safety is sexy.
Safety is sexier than Shadow.
No, Shadow's sexier than safety.
I'll remember that then when I do something dangerous.
Okay. Okay. Tokyo, nice place to put an action sequence.
Yes, because I think all the lights...
It just looks pretty.
Yeah, I think they said that the fluorescents work really well with it.
Obviously, we get the Team Sonic, sorry.
Team Knuckles.
Team Knuckles, yeah. And then Tails is just there. Tails never goes,
he's a lover, not a fighter, isn't
he? Yeah. Team Sonic. Yeah.
But saying that, though, he's got his little boomerang and shit. That does stuff in the second film.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. The gadgets he has in this one are nowhere near as cool as the gadgets he has in the second one.
No, which is weird.
Yeah. He has a little plane in the second one.
So cute.
So cute. Oh, I like Tails. He's alright. And he's just alright.
He's just alright. He's not nothing special, guys.
The action sequence we get with Sonic and Shadow, essentially Sonic goes, forget the team. I'm going to do this by myself.
Yeah. Why do you look like me?
Why do you look like me? Okay. The jokes, the quips, the Sonic-isms.
Are not so good in this.
I don't think they've ever been good.
No, but I think they're really starting to stand out now.
In this one?
I think because Knuckles is so deadpan.
Yep.
And you've got Keanu is playing it really seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
Sonic just comes across as really irritating and obnoxious. It's with some of his quips.
That's kind of the point.
It's very Bart Simpson-esque almost.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what, again, that's his character, that's what they're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Because from what I've seen on the game, he's snarky, he's a bit of a show-off.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, it's what cool guys do.
Sonic in the games would often, if you put the controller down and leave him, he would he'd have an animation where he looks at his watch and taps his feet, like he's impatient. That's what elevates Sonic over Super Mario, I think.
Yeah, he's got some sass.
Yeah, but in this it's just like, pop culture references, which date this, or will date this 10 years down the line.
Yeah, and Carey does it as well. He drops some pop culture references as well, and it's like, what are you doing?
He doesn't do it as much as he did in the second one.
No, but either way, they are. There's other jokes you can use.
At least he doesn't floss in this one.
Oh, fucking hell, but he does something worse than flossing.
We'll get to it.
Yes.
Yeah, the best scene in the movie, yes. I love that they do the Akira slide.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Akira?
Yes.
Oh, you have? I genuinely haven't.
Why?
I don't know.
You should.
Okay. But I'm aware of the bike slide.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we get to see Shadow do it.
He looks cool as well on the bike.
I think it's elevated as well because he's doing it upwards.
Yeah.
Into the sky, he's doing this.
And I think it's the electric coming off of both him and Sonic. It's just great. It's perfect.
Chef's kiss, absolutely. So Sonic's learnt his lesson.
They are attacked when they meet with Gunn by Robotnik's little
drones.
Little drones.
Mm-hmm.
They're leg babies,
yeah,
as he calls them. However, Mr. Stone turns up and he's like, no, these aren't ours.
Yeah, we're not doing this.
So they follow him to where he is, and that's when we see that Eggman has turned into this big,
yeah,
into this what's the word, like big couch potato.
Do you think those jokes are funny?
No.
Where I agree. Dodgeball is the only other example I can think of. Where at the end of the film, Ben Stiller's in a fat suit, and it's just like...
just slapping his belly and stuff like that. It's just... The kids liked it in the screening we were just in, because we've seen this twice. The first screening we saw it with fully grown adults who were all big gaming fans, so they gave it a lot of respect. Mm-hmm. The second time we've watched it, which is today, we watched it in a cinema full of families and teenage kids who weren't really there to watch it the same way we were. They were there just to enjoy the visuals or whatever. Or to just choose it as a crash. That was also
It was essentially a crash that we watched this.
It was essentially a crash. But the kids were giggling and laughing. They clearly liked that bit.
Yeah. I think the only time they were ever bored was when the film would slow down.
When we get the backstories
with Maria and stuff.
With Maria, yeah, that's the thing. This movie has to tread a line. It's got to be interesting enough to keep the families going. Mm-hmm. Other than just having these big action sequences, but also you need to make the fans of the game happy too.
You can't please everyone.
No.
So you've got to walk a line. I think it does it well.
Yeah, I feel like this one probably did it better than the others.
I agree.
The second one especially.
The second one's rubbish. I don't know why you ranked it so high.
Because I thought there was more going on with it.
Yeah, that's fair. Meanwhile, like, we haven't seen James Marsden and his wife. We just don't... They're not in play in this.
Good.
You don't like the human characters in these movies?
No, I don't. I can deal with Marsden in small bites.
Yeah.
I just don't like his wife.
Okay. We just don't care. You just don't care for them.
No, I just feel like they're boring compared to the other characters.
Yeah, the ones that can actually do anything.
Her sister was fucking badass.
In the second one?
Yeah, she was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And she's cameoed in this as well, and her scenes are great.
Yeah.
But I think, again, she's got like an animated vibe with her face. Mm-hmm. Like, she really uses her face when she acts.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I get the same vibe from his wife. But to be fair, watching this one, her acting's definitely better than the first two.
Oh, okay, yeah. But she's not given much to do.
Yeah. But to be honest, that's how I prefer it. I don't want her and Marsden having lots to do. Mm-hmm. They're basically brought in and out every now and again to do the family.
The Vin Diesel, right, okay, sure.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
But I don't want it.
2 Robotniks.
Yes.
It's funny. It's funny from the start.
Yeah, so once they team up, they go to where Operation Shadow was, and it's a bit of a double cross. We find out, actually, that behind it is old Pappy Robotnik. Mm-hmm.
Which is 110.
Uh-huh. And looking all right, to be fair.
Looking pretty good for 100.
That stash is still holding up all right.
I don't know how... Usually in films where there's a character playing the same character and they're on screen at the same time, usually it looks a bit clunky.
You say that, but you've not clearly seen The Parent Trap.
I've seen the OG Parent Trap.
Oh, You need to see the Lindsay
Let's
Lohan one.
get
I
together.
thought that was two different girls for
What?
years and years and years.
That's insane.
We all did.
Oh my god, we all did.
We all did, James.
Okay, I've seen the OG one with the musical number.
So have I.
It's Hayley Mills, is it?
I can't remember, but I remember it came on TV and I thought, what the fuck is this? This isn't my... This is not my Parent
Not my
Trap.
Parent Trap. Oh my gosh. Anyway, usually it's quite clunky.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I can't see any gaps in that.
It's great.
It's full on good.
The editing's perfect.
Yeah, and the visuals and whatnot. And it must be difficult to improv's quite hard. I imagine they let Jim Carrey improv quite a lot.
Yeah.
But you have to improv, and then you have to remember what you said, get in costume for another character, and say the other line.
No idea. Unless, again, the whoever it was, I'm guessing he must have acted alongside somebody this time who would have fed the lines.
Yeah.
Because the scene has to be lit in a certain way as well, so there'd be certain marks that the other character would have been doing.
Oftentimes there are, like, back shots of them, so Jim Carrey's obviously not acting with another version of himself. It's a stand-in.
Yeah.
But that is a level of commitment and attention to detail that only Jim Carrey could do.
Yes.
And who else are you going to get to play Jim Carrey's dad that's going to be any good?
It's got to be Jim Carrey.
Yeah. And it's top draw. It's top draw Jim Carrey.
It's great.
I was fully entertained.
And while they are on their way to enact their evil plan with Shadow, they have this really weird montage of all the things that Robotnik would have missed out from his granddad.
There's been... if you follow them on Instagram, they've released loads more stuff as well.
Yeah.
So I imagine the deleted scenes for this will be insane. It's the one with the Christmas tree gets a laugh out of me every time.
Yeah.
They go like bike riding and stuff like that. It's just fun.
It's fun, it's silly.
Let's talk... meanwhile, Shadow's having flashbacks as well with Maria.
Yeah.
Do you buy their friendship?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's really cute.
There's not much dialogue. I think there's one scene where they're under the stars.
Yeah, and they start talking about the... it still shines bright, even though it's not there anymore.
Even though it's not there. Yeah, so sweet. That comes back later.
It does.
It's quite beautiful. But the montage we get is to the Travelling Wilburys song, End of the Line.
And James has had this on non-stop ever since the movie fucking came out. I'm pretty sure it won a Golden Biscuit.
It did win the Golden Biscuit Award. And it won 2, Sonic 3, because it won Best Villain as well.
Okay. You're very, very strange.
I stand by it.
I know you do.
It's pretty good.
And I've had to buy you the fucking Steelbook for Valentine's Day.
And do you know what? I'm going to cherish that Steelbook.
You really are.
Mm-hmm. The Shadow one, if anyone's wondering.
Yes, the Shadow one from Savvy, guys. Mm-hmm. Pick it up while you can.
We're not sponsored. Anyways. Yeah, I completely buy that. The Maria stuff. I find it quite emotional.
Yeah.
And
I think as well, it's hard because you know exactly where it's going to be going.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want it to, because you're like, oh, this is awful that he's having this existence, but the only person keeping him happy is Maria.
Yeah.
And he's going to lose her.
Yeah. Essentially, the Robotnik's plan is to get hold of this big weapon, essentially.
Yeah. So they can destroy gun headquarters, but in order to do that, they need to get the second key.
Yeah. They already have Sonic already has one.
No, Sonic had one that Shadow took off him.
Yeah. So they need to get the second one. So we're off to London we go.
To gun headquarters to retrieve the key.
Hey, I tell you what, on a sunny day, London looks alright.
Yeah, it does.
They really shot it well in this one. And you get Big Ben. You get the
London Eye.
London Eye, or which some people in reviews have called it the Ferris wheel.
Guys.
Or the Millennium Wheel. No.
Was it brought in for the Millennium? I don't know.
I think it might have been, but on the Commode Mail one, they were like, "Oh, it's the Millennium Wheel." I was like, "That's the London Eye."
It's the London Eye, guys.
Everyone knows that. You had the Millennium Dome.
Yeah, which is now the O2.
Yeah, which what was the point of making that?
They should have fucking kept the Millennium Dome.
What was the Millennium Dome?
Oh.
Do you remember when they put it in the EastEnders opening thing, and everyone was like, "That's where it starts. That's the first thing you see is the Millennium Dome."
Me and James both went to see the Millennium Dome. And we went in it as children, not together. We didn't know each other at this point. If
you can Google what it was at that time, it was full of art installations or something.
Oh, everyone remembers the human body, don't they?
The human body, yeah, exactly. Was there a tunnel of love?
I think so.
I think there was a tunnel of love.
Everyone I ever spoke to about it all said it was just so big and it'd take you like half a day to get around it.
Yeah, I remember that being a day trip for me, yeah. Oh, we're going to see the dome today.
But it was only there for a year on the turn of the millennium, and that was it.
And now it's
CO2, and we saw the Killers there last year.
Now there's a Nando's there.
Hey.
So, great. What was the point we were making?
Millennium Wheel.
Yeah, Millennium Wheel.
We do get Sonic use it as a loop-the-loop, though.
And thank God. There are nowhere near enough loop-de-loops in this movie. In this franchise, actually.
So now we've got one, and that pleases me.
The gun headquarters stuff.
So we've got Eggman. Both Eggmans are going to try and infiltrate it. Shadow is being babysat by Mr. Stone.
Yeah, and they're going to make guacamole, and we're going to make guac. Revenge guac.
It's a great line.
Why do you... Can you imagine getting Keanu Reeves and saying, okay, we need you to say revenge guac?
I bet he's like, yeah, all right.
Okay, fine, fuck it. I'll do it.
So
I was in Dracula.
So while that's happening, we've then got Sonic and crew creating their own plan. So they're waiting for Marston and his wife to go and infiltrate gun headquarters to lower their shields.
I like the fact that without Team Sonic there, that James Marsden and his wife have essentially just done every hobby they can.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cute.
That they're bored without them?
Yeah. Not bored, because they have a ventriloquist dummy.
But they said they were bored.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah. I imagine that's what parents are like when kids go to uni and stuff.
I don't have any children and I'm happy all the time.
Okay. So we do get Team Sonic sort of breaking in. Meanwhile, Eggmen are breaking in. And have you seen the film Entrapment?
Yes.
Okay.
When we get Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, yeah.
Doing her sexy little laser routine.
There's a moment in the Middleditch and Schwartz special on Netflix where they mention that, and Ben Schwartz says, when you just mentioned that movie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it and remembered I'd watched that one scene 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
She made that erotic.
Oh, you know who else makes it erotic? 2 Jim Carreys.
Not Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah. That plays out differently. Oh, God, yeah. That's the best bit of that movie.
It really is.
It really is. But here, my gosh, I love it so much. I have watched it every day since.
Yeah, so we get a dance number with the 2 gyms.
Now, these movies aren't without dance numbers. We had one in the first one. We had one in the second one.
What was the first one dance number?
Where Jim Carrey was doing it in his van.
I can't even remember.
Where he was skiing, pretending to ski, and then he was being chased by a T-Rex.
Oh, okay.
In the second one, we get the one...
Actual bar one to Uptown Funk.
Yeah. Which is good. This one is electric.
Why? Why does this even exist?
So, first of all, I want to point out my excitement when this song started playing because it's Galvanised by the Chemical Brothers. And I hadn't heard that song for about 25 years.
And now it's all you've heard.
And now it's all I ever listened to.
And again, it's bringing it back to that kind of 90s vibe, and I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to use a song, guys, you picked the correct song.
And as a dance goes, it's quite exciting.
It's weird.
If it came on, if we were watching Britain's Got Talent or something, and 2 people came on set, Twist and Pulse. Do you remember Twist and Pulse?
Yeah, I met Twist and Pulse.
Oh, you've dropped their name, man.
Names dropped. Then pick them back up.
When did you meet Twist and Pulse?
We're not talking about it.
Okay, sure. We'll get to it one day, I'm sure. But I imagine if they came on stage and be like, oh, we're Twist and Pulse and here's our dance to Galvanise, it'd play out exactly like this. And they'd get the golden buzzer.
Maybe not, but okay. I know what you're going for.
Yeah. Love that dance number. It's too short.
It's weird.
It's great.
It's so weird. And for a man that's 105 or however old he is, to be that limber, I'm impressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
My back hurt watching it.
Then we get to essentially there's 3 chambers that they have to get through. They have to get through the first one, the second one, which is the lasers and stuff. And there's a third one with the gravity thing.
Yeah, but they don't know what's in the third one.
Yeah, and I find that quite good. I thought it was going to be like a big monster or a robot or something.
Oh.
And then it just turns out, no.
Just a gravity.
We're doing gravity.
It's just gravity is the villain, guys.
Gravity is the villain.
But we end up meeting with all the characters converging then because James Marsden's character, Mr. Marsden and wife Tika, just chilling. Mm-hmm. I say chilling, they're not chilling. They've been arrested. And they just happen... Why would you take arrested people to that same place that they want to be in?
Yeah.
That's top secret. You fucking wouldn't, would you? You'd take them to a fucking jail or something. Mm-hmm. Or out the building. But no, we'll take you to the secret place that you shouldn't be in to begin with.
Or just kill them. Problem solved. Yeah.
Very strange, but yeah, then by this point as well, because the shields have been lowered, Sonic, Knuckles, all the crew have gone in as well. So everyone's in the same place now. The only person who isn't there just straight away is Shadow.
Yeah. So they managed to get the key back with some use of Tails' gadgets.
Yeah.
And so Tom has it. Shadow arrives, but Tom's thing is...
He's holographed, isn't he?
Into the Colonel. I forget his name. Wilson?
He's holographed himself in order to get hold of in order to do a trickaroo to get the key.
Yeah. So...
But he thinks he's taken it off. But he hasn't. He's clicked it again, so it's flashed back off.
Yeah.
So it flashed back on.
And this Colonel, by the way, it is the person, or one of the people, who imprisoned Shadow in the first place.
Yeah, so even though he was the one who said to the idiot who decided to shoot the chaos energy, which started off the chain reaction, which killed Maria... He tried to stop it. He was like, "No, what are you doing? Yeah. You can't shoot at children." But Sonic didn't hear that. He don't care, and he goes for the Colonel anyway.
Shadow gives him a good old punch.
A punch to the chest.
Oh, and so we think he's dead.
He should be dead.
I mean, that's a lot of chaos energy. That's a big punch.
Because it reminds me of what they say about car accidents. You know, when you hit something, but your organs carry on moving.
Oh, is that what they say?
Yeah. So they hit like the wall of your lining
chest and stuff.
Yeah, so that's why people die like quite horrifically. So.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so people who speed, keep that in mind.
Oh, okay. Well.
So you might stop, but your organs don't. So that's what I was thinking the entire time. I thought Tommy should be dead.
If you crash your car, essentially your organs are just going to fly out your mouth. Everything will be displaced. You'll be like a mush in there.
Yeah, your organs rapidly move forward and then backward in their cavities. They slam into rigid structures inside your body like the ribcage.
Well, I don't really know what to do with that information.
So yeah, so to me, for how fast he was hit by that punch, I think that should have killed him.
Yeah, okay, but it's a kids' movie.
But it's a kids' movie. You can't do that. You can only kill children.
You can only kill children and that one guy earlier. Okay, cool.
You can't do any more.
Yeah, you get 2. That's it.
Pick your 2 wisely.
No, actually, you get 3 because later on.
They're just dropping bodies left, right, and
centre.
Oh my god!
More than anyone in the franchise. Great. Sonic sees this, and then it sort of goes. He goes a bit Shadow.
Yeah, so he's like, I need to win at any cost whatsoever.
Yeah, I need to get revenge because essentially the person who I love the most, my James Marsden, is dead / injured.
We would all be the same if we lost our James.
No. My organs, they're out my mouth.
Put it back in.
Put it back in. Just slam it back in your mouth. He's fine. So Sonic then has to go, okay, the only way I can beat Shadow and Team Robotnik is to get the Chaos Emerald, which they said, we're not doing that again. Yeah,
we promised that we wouldn't use that again because it's too much power, too much responsibility.
Oh, with great power comes responsibility. With great emerald comes fast.
Because of great golden energy.
Ah! Robotniks at this point have got hold of their big weapon and took it into space. Yeah, so we get this big whole sequence of them using their key cards. The weapon that they created, which they're going to use to destroy Gun initially, is what Ivo Robotnik thinks is what is going to happen. Essentially, starts launching into the atmosphere and into space. Everyone starts panicking because of older Robotnik. Essentially, just wants to get revenge on literally everyone. He just thinks the human race is an experiment gone wrong, and just wants to end everything. Yeah, them included. Essentially, he's made a big Death Star. Exactly, it looks like a Death Star as it starts coming out of the fucking Thames as well. I love its design. I'm sure you noticed that. What? As it started coming out of the Thames. The initial bit, you know where it's rising up? Yeah, it looked just like a Death Star. Yeah. I don't think that's an accident. That's not a satellite. It's pulled straight from the game. I think the motivations are a bit different for Robotnik in the game, but essentially Robotnik's aim is to take over the world with this. I like the fact that Gun created that and they created the fucking Tash bit as well. Because you'd need that, yeah. I love that they have his little insignia on it. I like that. Yeah, but you know, if I was asked to, for example, to make something that this super villain had told me to make, I would not be putting his fucking little insignia shit on. Would you? Oh, so if Darth Vader went, okay, I actually want this Death Star to look like my face, everyone would be like, well, that's what? No. Don't do that.
No.
That's insane. It's a little spaceship with a mustache.
It's weird.
I like it.
A waste of money.
Yeah. So this is where we get a change of heart from Ivor Robotnik.
Uh-huh.
And he's essentially going, fuck. Well,
I don't really want to die.
yeah. If you can't end the world, you might as well save it. Mm-hmm. So the Robotniks are at each other at this point.
Yeah, they're fighting, but then it cuts straight back to Sonic.
Mm-hmm. He's got the emeralds, which has been kept by Wade, who was in the Knuckles TV show.
Yes.
I like how he gets it back just so easy. Which is like, yeah, I need that.
Well, he was playing fucking ice hockey with it.
Yeah,
for no reason.
good times. And then he goes supersonic. We're gonna sort this out. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of battles between Sonic and Shadow at this point.
And they both end up splitting the emerald, and they both go
super.
They'll go super, and they're fabulous.
Yeah.
It looks great. Well, as soon as that happened when we saw it the first time around, you were like, "Oh, look at Shadow!"
But I did that when Sonic first went super in the second one. I was like, "Oh wow, supersonic!" But then seeing Shadow, I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" I like his design. Do I like his design?
Yeah, you do.
The white and the red. I prefer him black and red.
Yeah, you still like sexy Rufio, don't you?
Yeah. I prefer the Rufio vibes.
It's still cool.
And then Sonic essentially gets through to Shadow and says, "Oh well, like you shouldn't be doing this." I'm paraphrasing. Stop paraphrasing. He says something like, "Oh, you need even though Maria's gone, this isn't the way to go about it.
Yeah,
it's not the way. It's not what she'd want."
No.
And then we have a little bit of back and forth with them.
Yeah, we get the same vibe with the stars again. Even though that she's gone, she still shines bright within you.
The thing with the stars is that the speed of light travels from a star, and we see it despite that star maybe already being
gone.
And it says even though the star has disappeared, its light still shines.
Yeah,
which is poetic.
It's very poetic. It's very beautiful, as well as very sad.
Yeah. And then, maybe 10 seconds later, it's back into the rock music with...
And they're fighting again.
Yeah.
It's well, they're not. They decide to team up. They want to be bezies again.
Yeah. They essentially go... They play Live and Learn, which is the anthem from Sonic Adventure 2.
Uh-huh.
And we get all the stuff we'd expect. Neon, robots, drones, big punches. Good times.
Yes. In the meantime, we then go back to the ship. We've got Robotnik, old Elder, spanking...
Yeah.
Ivo, with this really massive hand. It's so strange.
Jim Carrey said, "Okay, I'm going to quit acting. The only way I'd ever get back into acting is if the script or the project is written in gold and is the best thing since sliced bread." Mm-hmm. And he's in this.
He picked that, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that's a good move on his part?
Yes.
I agree. It's so watchable.
But famous last words, Jim.
Yeah. I mean, will he be back?
I don't know.
Would you like him back?
I'd like to see him back, but I think they've tried to, with what we get in the after credit scenes, I think they've tried to build up enough to hopefully not need him if he doesn't.
Essentially, it's going to get to the point where we can leave the humans behind.
Yeah.
Which, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
The Robotnik fights... The Robotnik fight ends quite good because you get a laugh out of it big time first time we watched it.
And you especially.
Yeah. Where young Robotnik is basically falling to his death, but Tails and Knuckles pick him up because Tails can fly. And he shocks older Robotnik into the big chaos thing. And
it's like this sphere of chaos energy.
And he's literally just bug zapped.
And that's it.
That is the funniest joke in the movie.
It's so weird, but you were like, "What?"
Because it's so grandiose, and it just ends on that little.
And again, that got a lot of laughs out of the kids in the audience.
Yeah, and then the ship. Okay, right. Robotnik has to essentially steer the ship away from attacking Earth because Shadow and Sonic are doing their best to stop it. Mm-hmm. So they steer it away from Earth, which they do in the game.
Yep.
And they cut the moon in half.
Well, not in half. They cut the bottom part of it off, don't they?
If you do that, what are the consequences for everything?
You have made that very unstable, I would have thought. That can't be good for Earth.
No. But doesn't the moon create tides and shit?
Yeah, the tidal force is quite important. So
if the moon is cut into pieces, that's very bad.
I don't know what the implications would have been of that. No one seems to care either. I mean, if that had been knocked off access or anything, access or anything like that, and it decides, and then it gets knocked slightly off.
Mm-hmm.
That could create some real shit for Earth. But clearly it's all right.
It's fine. It doesn't. Okay, whatever.
But it's also equally okay because it's from a game.
We do see it later on in the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
And it's still in 2 pieces.
Yeah.
So if you're going for that unique moon look, you're gonna get it. Then you got 2 moons.
2 moons.
Yeah. How do you think this ended? Well, do you think it panned out well for the characters?
Well, it ends with a big sacrifice by
Robotnik
and Shadow, and then we get the last bit with the family all together again.
Mm-hmm.
We all love each other, nice happy families, and then we go into the credits, and then we get some post-credit scenes.
We get 2 post-credit scenes. One of them is right at the end, and there was no point in that one staying.
No, but it's nice that we know.
Yeah,
but we could have just read about it.
The first one though is an introduction to 2 characters, and spoiler alert because we will talk about it.
Yeah.
One of them is Metal Sonic.
Yes.
Which is a big thing because in the games they are created by Robotnik.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they all here? And there's an army of them. They're as good as Sonic.
Yeah.
Therefore very dangerous. And an army of them? Come on.
Yeah.
Luckily Sonic gets a helping hand from a hooded character. It's little Amy.
With her mallet.
She's got a little mallet out.
Going all Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and because I don't know much about the games, I went, oh, that's cool, and then left it at that.
Mm-hmm. The Metal Sonics you seemed to know.
The Metal Sonics, I was like, oh, but then I was like, oh, cool, Amy.
I remember seeing Amy. Like, I remember seeing her visually.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's how you do see. Oh, you do see with your eyes visually. I remember, what do you call it, seeing pictures and stuff and posters with her on, but I've never played the game enough to know much about her power, but I'm excited to see how we get another character in there.
Yeah. I think we're just eventually going to drop in all these characters. Again, we can just leave these humans alone and give James Marsden a rest from this.
Yeah, but I've got a feeling he's going to be back. Because again, it's easy money, guys.
Easy money! Who would you... She doesn't say anything. Who would you like to have voice her?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
The front runner at the minute is Alison Brie from Community.
That is.
She's in the Lego Movie. She plays Uni Kitty.
I've not seen the Lego Movie.
You've not seen the Lego Movie? Well,
No.
we'll sort that out. Another front runner is also Kristen Bell.
Okay.
And Anna from Frozen.
I prefer it if she didn't.
Okay. Who would you like? Meryl Streep. She can play any role.
Absolutely not. The absence of Streep gives any movie an extra half a star.
Wow. Okay. We'll get to our hatred of Meryl Streep at some point. I think we've spoken about it before.
Oh.
But, yeah, that's Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Mm-hmm.
What a good time.
Oh, this is fun. This is a fun movie.
I think it came at the right time.
Yeah.
Where I think we were just off Wicked. I think at that point we'd seen Wicked 3 times. And it was time for a change.
You'd seen it 3 times. I'd seen it 5.
Yeah, which is insane.
Oh, crazy amount of times.
So I think it was just a breath of fresh air. Not just for me personally watching it, but also just for that franchise.
Yeah. And it came at a bit of a tough time as well because we just had Moana absolutely smashing it at the cinema. It's still doing very well.
Yeah.
It's now past the billion mark now.
Probably.
And we've also got Mufasa as well, which it has been doing well.
Did we address the Mufasa thing in the last episode?
We didn't, but you know what? Mufasa fucking sucked.
Mufasa, okay, well, our quick review on Mufasa is wank. So, but Disney put out a thing saying, oh, Mufasa's the #1 movie in the world.
And it wasn't.
And it just wasn't. That's a lie. Shadow and Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, Mufasa still has made the most money. I think it was always going to. I think The Lion King is still something that's massive. And it's a beautifully made film. I just think it just shouldn't have been created in the first place.
But we know who everyone is in this one without them going, oh, Sonic, we need to do this. Thank you, Knuckles, thank you. With Mufasa, you can't have a line of dialogue without saying the character's name, who they are talking to.
Oh, hi. You can't do that, Taka. Yeah, well, I can do that, Sarabi. Yeah, they're just...
Because all lions look the same. Fact. That's
so yeah, we did end up seeing Mufasa as well between that.
This year, yeah, we saw that.
No, last year.
It was this year. We watched it when we were waiting for
Did we watch it New Year's Day? Fuck's sake.
Yeah, we did. It was one of the first. It was the second movie of the year we watched.
So we have seen both films.
Yeah, and Sonic is better
I think Sonic is better.
than Mufasa.
I think it would keep it depends who your child is.
Okay.
But I think it would probably have kept my attention a lot more as a child than Mufasa would have done, just because I feel like there's more
to enjoy.
There's more to enjoy, and it's quite colourful. I think the songs are pop a little bit more, and that's the problem that the Lion King has. Not the Lion King, sorry, Mufasa has, in that the songs just don't pop in that one. I'm sorry, Lin-Manuel.
Oh, say what you want, my man. Brava.
You know, if you're gonna watch any kind of Lion King film, watch the original animated one. It's a banger.
Yeah.
Slap it on.
Maybe slap on Simba's Pride. Why not?
That's also a banger.
I haven't seen
Tis a banger.
number 3.
I'm not sure about that one, but yeah.
Okay, good. But Sonic 3, is it better than Space Jam?
Yes, it has no right to be as good as it is, actually.
No, absolutely. I gave it 4.5 stars on Letterboxd.
I gave it 4.
Yeah. Which you gave number 2 4 stars.
No,
you know?
3.5.
Oh, okay.
The first one I gave 3. The second one 3.5 because I just felt like the characters were just a little bit better.
Fair dues, alright. We also saw Companion today. Quick review on that. Better than Space Jam?
Yes.
Yes, go see that also.
Completely different films though, guys. I wouldn't take your children to see that.
No, I mean, you could, but it might traumatise them a little bit. Thank you for doing the Sonic ones with me.
You're very welcome. I know that you're passionate about it.
Are you going to be watching Knuckles' TV show anytime soon?
Probably not, but if you make me, maybe.
Okay. I'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the next episode is going to be.
Something loving and beautiful.
Tune in for that one. Thank you for doing Sonic.
You're very welcome.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta be Shadow.
Gotta be Shadow.
Gotta be sexy.
Gotta brood.
My finger
is on the button. Push the button. See you next week, guys.
Bye.